People of Earth, how are you? My name is Al. Across the table from me is Joe. Hi, Joe.
Al, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Together we do a podcast called Kinda Right. That's what you're listening to. And tonight we are regraced by Bob's presence. He was here 3 or 4 shows ago. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Al.
Get that microphone right up next to you.
That's good. He's fine. You're doing good. So, what a fucking great week to be an American. The boss is having a great week. And by the boss, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the greatest president in the history of the United States, Donald Trump.
Ever. Greatest president on earth.
Donald Trump.
I've just raised him up a little. He's the greatest president.
He might be the
of
greatest
anything.
world leader ever.
No, he's the greatest leader ever.
Yeah. He's having a great week. The whole Mueller shit went down, and if you listen, you know we're talking about the Mueller shit. Also,
nobody's ever been led by a greater leader than Donald Trump.
the House failed to override his veto, and money is going to the wall. His emergency declaration.
Is it really?
Yeah, they voted against it, and then he vetoed it, and then they didn't have 2/3. So he won on that today.
Yeah, but how did the Senate go on that one?
Doesn't matter. It didn't get by the House. The Senate, speaking of the Senate shot down.
Well, no, it has to go through the Senate, doesn't it?
If it doesn't get out of the House. Yeah. If it doesn't get out of the House,
So
it doesn't go to the Senate.
So he said, fuck you, Nancy Pelosi, you
And-
big fat. Hey, would you fuck Nancy Pelosi, Bob?
No, not even with your dick.
No, but I mean a little bit. How about like 15 years ago when she was...
Wouldn't even give her the Amish soak. You know what that is?
No.
The Amish guys.
That's where you stick it in and you don't
You
move.
can't move because you're not
You
married.
just let the thing soak.
You let it... Oh, no
Called
thrusting?
soaking.
no,
Yeah.
nothing. Neither one can move. It's just a soak.
You just put it in
Because you're
there.
not married.
So when you're married, can you fuck
You
the
can
shit
move.
out of her
Yeah,
or what?
yeah. You can spin their bonnet around, but up till then, you just soak.
I have this theory / fantasy, because I'm not a confirmed theorist, Bob.
By the way, you see all the fucking wordplay and fucking
Are you gonna
Jedi.
let me fucking answer here?
Go ahead. You're not answering.
Christ, you fucking...
See, if someone else tries to talk, he gets fucking crazy.
No, I don't. It's just like
supposed to
I gotta
both talk.
Have you seen her? She's got huge tits, and you
Oh,
know
yeah.
that you could.
I'm sorry. We're still talking
I
about
think
her.
we can get those. Nancy Pelosi, you can probably get her tits around about 15, maybe 1,600
Listen,
cocks.
she had a...
Was she
and
the
no
one that
cock
was,
would be touching each other.
was she supposed to be the Indian one?
No, that's Elizabeth.
No,
Warren.
no, she's gross.
Nancy
Yeah.
Pelosi's the
Nancy-
Speaker of the House.
Nancy is kind of hot.
Because you never
She
see
used to be.
big-titted Indians.
I mean,
I've never really.
I've seen a couple porn movies with some big-titted Indians, but I know what you're saying. It would be cool. if
Why
they
do
had-
Indians have
They're kind of pretty.
small tits, Bob?
I believe
Bob's
they're
a
not.
Western fanatic.
So
he
you know
knows
Nancy
a lot
Pelosi.
about this subject.
Nancy doesn't just have big fake boobs. I bet you she fucking got the tramp stamp. I bet you she had a tummy tuck and a little ass, fat taken out of her. She got money. She clearly likes plastic surgery. Her face had plastic surgery that's gone horribly awry. She hasn't got a tuck in a
Well,
while.
she looks like she's melting, but
Yeah.
she is 78.
Yeah.
So
I bet you she's a load of fun.
I bet she still is.
Couple bottles of champagne, fucking
She
8
takes
ball
her
of coke.
teeth out,
Yeah.
and I bet she could do things to your cock.
Party's
you can't
on.
even imagine.
Yeah.
Just like fucking vacuum your cock right up, and
We don't care. She's a lunatic. She looks like she's fun in bed.
she really is. I mean, she looks like it.
Now,
And
someone who isn't.
None of her daughters look like they're as fun as her, too.
Now, this
Seen
next
a couple
person.
of the daughters.
No, I haven't seen them. They got to be getting up there in age, too.
Alexandria, she does documentaries. You
Oh,
know,
really?
I'd still rather fuck the mom
I got to look her up, man.
at 78.
Speaking of Alexandria, that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, her with the new Green Deal, that got shot down in the Senate today. That's gone. They made a big deal about that. The version that passed in the House, and it did pass.
There was a version that actually
Yeah,
passed?
and it got to the Senate and got fucking chucked out.
You mean socialism hasn't taken over yet?
No. And Mitch McConnell brought it to vote way before it was scheduled to because he's, just looking to fucking just keep dividing these people a little bit.
All right, so
It's fun, though, watching them all just fucking lose their minds.
all charges were dropped against
Jussie
Jussie
Smollett,
Smollett,
which is weird.
who I have never known.
Me neither. I didn't know him
never
until
knew
the
who
story
he
happened.
was. Bob, you know who Jussie Smollett is?
I know after the story came out,
Right.
he was some TV personality. Now he got fired for lying, of making up something he didn't have to do.
Right.
Well, he tried to stage a fake racist incident.
And they arrested him and
Racist
charged
and
him.
homophobic incident.
All right, filing a false report.
But they dropped all charges today. I haven't
Now,
read
why
it.
would
I
they
don't,
do
I
that?
don't know. It seems like now his lawyers announced that. I don't think.
Even Rahm Emanuel got up and said,
What the fuck?
this is fucking wrong.
I think it's reversed racism.
I
They
mean,
let him go because he's black.
who knows?
I think he might not be black. I think he might be Negro.
He's African American.
But maybe he's...
Yeah.
But maybe he calls himself Negro.
I don't think so, man. That's just not a word people toss around, dude.
Well, I'm just saying. Why else would they drop the charges?
Read on.
He might have said, "Look, I'm just a
dumb
Negro.
That's such
I'm
a
just a dumb
stupid
Negro."
story. I hate that story. That's a stupid story.
Well,
I can't believe it's in the news.
he got
I
what
just
he
can't believe it's
deserved. He
newsworthy.
was fired from his show.
He did get fired for being
Now,
an idiot.
are they going to bring him back though? Now that all charges are
I
dropped,
think they killed his character off.
Yeah,
See, this is
his
the problem.
character got beat to death.
Yeah. And they had bleach poured on him by a couple guys in MAGA
Were
hats.
they calling him a Negro?
Now that would be funny.
Who's gonna
That would be
get-
good
gonna
writing.
Get you now, Negro.
That would be a really good writing.
So, Jussie,
Smollett.
he still loves a cock, but he's fired.
Yeah, that's right. He likes boys. I mean, that just doesn't even. It's just not even. He's an idiot.
It was funny. Did I say this on the last show?
Go ahead.
I was watching. I think it was Joe Rogan's podcast.
If you said it on the last show, you've said it in another show recently. 'Cause you did a lot of repeating yourself. It's okay.
Well, that's okay. I
Go
was
ahead,
probably
man.
a little hammered.
No, you were excellent. You were riveting radio.
So, what was I talking about?
You were talking about. Did you ask
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan?
Joe watching Joe
and,
Rogan.
I was talking about something,
Oh man,
and something happened, and
I got him off his fucking train of thought.
Something went somewhere, and
Was it about Jesse Smollett?
now it'll come back to me though.
Yeah. Jussie Smollett right there on the TV. We haven't had the TV on here in a while, and kind of right.
Well, now
I kind of like it.
Hook back up.
Yeah.
And I get a new
Need some
mount.
pictures.
So
He was in that show Empire.
You know
That's
what?
where
We
it
got to
is.
watch. We got to find something because you got all that on demand for free too. You just got to. We're gonna put up like hot chicks and no politics. Hot chicks, no politics. Wow.
Maybe some Richard Pryor.
weather whore.
I did watch all. I haven't done it in months. Sunday, I got up at 7 and I watched all the political shit from 7 in the morning till I went to bed at 9 at night. 14 hours of it, Joe. It was fucking awesome. It was like election night. Remember election night when they were all melting the fuck down? They literally would just
we
all
were ready for
melting.
a really bad night.
Well, yeah, you and I were ready for
I
a
had
bad
some
night.
suicide pills going.
But they had a really bad day.
And all of a sudden, it just started. It was the greatest thing. I think I told you. Al and I were just in there going, we were like fucking drunk before
firing beers down.
Because it's just like so horrible. She's going to be president. This fucking crook. And her fucking rapist husband's going to be back in the White House. And all of a sudden, it's like, around 9, and it's like, holy shit. Like, I'm looking
This
through,
could happen.
I'm seeing like 3 TVs going, holy fuck. I think he might win.
Yeah.
And sure enough, like, they had fucking Florida on the board for like an hour. And then he won Florida. And then
Pennsylvania. He won Pennsylvania.
like, there's no place. And they're going back and forth from that Javits Center where all the Hillary supporters were.
Oh, boy.
And they're all fucking crying.
There was literal tears. Like Rachel Maddow Friday night. Did you, I sent you that link. Did you watch that?
Yeah, she didn't really cry.
Yeah, she didn't break down in
but she
tears.
was
Her eyes were wet.
damn close. She was fucking.
She was not happy.
She was. She's just a.
Plus, she got ripped away from vacation. The poor thing works. She was on vacation fly fishing. She had to go to a fucking TV studio in Nashville. I think that's hilarious. Because they can't do it without Rachel on MSNBC, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Or Morning Joe and Mika.
You know, I didn't see any Joe
Mika,
Scarborough. Joe Scarborough actually had an
the
op-ed.
dumbest human being on the planet.
Joe Scarborough had an op-ed in the Post today about, all right, it's over, Democrats. He's no Trump fan either, you know? But
Joe
he's like,
Scarborough,
let's go.
First of all, should never be able to put an op-ed in the Washington
Well, he had one in there today.
because he's a fucking moron.
He's got an opinion.
If you're on television
Yeah.
and you have a wife and a retard son, because Joe
Scarborough, I just realized
Joe
I'm chewing
Scarborough
gum.
has a
It's bad
retard
form.
son, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a wife. And then your co-host, who's the only reason she's fucking on television is
Because she looks okay.
yeah, she's fair, and her father is
Oh, Zbigniew Brzezinski. Zbigniew. That's Zbigniew.
But she, I believe she is as dumb as a fucking post. You see that? You see that Drano over there?
Yes. It's got more going on.
There's more life going inside that bottle of Drano than in her fucking brain.
Yeah. She doesn't seem terribly
But
bright.
she's got some nice tits, and
She's
Joe
okay
needed
looking.
to fuck them. So he left his retard son so he could fuck his onstage cohort,
Yeah.
who left her husband.
Yeah.
So,
Did she have kids too?
of course she has
Mika
kids.
does too.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then these two assholes are like, this fucking... Everybody's like, oh, isn't it wonderful? No, it's like, oh, they destroyed a bunch of families. Good for them. Fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah.
So, you know what? And now I'm not talking about, like, you and Bob in a bad way or anything,
Right.
because you destroyed families, both of you.
Yeah, totally.
I'm just talking about a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what this guy thinks, because obviously his thinking process is get my dick into this fucking blonde, dumb whore.
It seems like that's all he was thinking, doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
unless, I don't know.
I think you left yourself out on the destroying the family deal, though.
Well, no, my wife left me.
So did mine.
Oh, well, it's only fucking Al then that destroyed the family.
That's
Way
me.
to go, Al.
I'm
Thanks,
sorry,
man.
Chalky. Bob gets called Chalky every once in a while, it's really my name that Bob made up for me, but it was so good that I have to call him Chalky.
I am still, however, very good friends with my ex-wife
Well,
By the way,
better man than I am.
and my family. My mother, my father,
Yeah.
my siblings. We all get along pretty well.
that's why you should get half the house. I told you last. I remember. Go get half the house.
But I didn't destroy any family. I preserved the family.
Yeah, there you go. Now get half the house.
Self-preservation.
Yeah.
So, I forgot what I was going to say again. This may become a problem.
Mika Brzezinski and fucking Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough should never
well,
fucking
I mean,
write
it's
a...
just like, why would you watch that? It's just like, why watch it? It's just
I don't
like
know.
it's a train wreck in motion. Well, that's why people watch it. It's a train wreck.
Yeah.
And they have these fucking people on, and if you watch Joe Scarborough's show for a year, 6 months, you'll see every character that comes on there and how they're going to respond.
Right.
And there's no more, it's just all It's bullshit.
There's no like real fresh takes on that show. It's probably yeah.
No, and Rachel Maddow.
She's really impressed with Rachel Maddow.
Rachel Maddow is a. You know what? I saw Ellen this morning. Just a picture of her. And you know what I don't like about Ellen? She looks like a fucking jughead.
She does. She's not very pretty. Well,
No,
she
she's
was
really
like the
not.
cover
She's-
girl. She did like fucking
Looks like
makeup.
a guy. That's why.
Yeah, and she wears the Converse sneaker. She wears the appropriate lesbian attire.
Yeah, doesn't she wear like a sport coat every day
or
type
some
of thing?
sort of vest or something.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I've never watched her show.
I don't care what she wears.
I've only watched clips. And Rachel Maddow is in the same boat. She has the Converse sneakers.
Oh, does
and
she?
the fucking
I thought
black
she was always had like a.
jeans and whatever the fuck it is. You know, the lesbian outfit.
Is she wearing jeans from the
she's
waist
on
down on that
top
show?
lesbian outfit.
Yeah.
You know, a little plaid here or there. Probably some plaid underwear.
Flannel, no doubt.
And she probably wanted to go home after like the Mueller report and just fuck the shit out of her honey.
No, I bet she fucking had
No, I'm
no
sure she
interest
did,
in
but
vagina at
The
all.
problem is when you don't have a dick, you can't really fuck.
Yeah, but
Can't even soak.
yeah.
Right? You can't even like soak the dick
Yeah,
because you don't have a dick.
right.
So she went home and scissored hard, real hard with her
I
girlfriend.
bet she was in no mood.
And then
She's just
started
a girl
crying.
after all. Yeah, girls don't want to fuck when they're upset. You know?
No, Mueller. Well, she's not a girl. She's a
Yeah,
lesbian.
she's a girl. She's a female who
I
likes
don't know.
females.
One of them takes on the male role.
I
though,
don't
you
think
know,
so.
that.
Well, they're females, but they got their liquor license.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen some movies lately where there's nobody being a guy in that fucking scene, and it's two women having sex. You know what I mean?
What do you mean, porn?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not.
I'm way back into porn. I didn't do the porn thing for a long time.
Look, you got to give up the drinking and the porn.
No, I gave up the drinking, and now I'm picking porn back up. It's weird, except I don't stroke it when I watch it like I used to. I don't have to.
Scott Busy Guy's already in trouble.
Why?
Well, he doesn't have a phone anymore.
Oh, so he can't do porn?
No, he can't contact me.
Oh,
And his wife doesn't have a phone now
Or a truck.
oh boy.
or a truck. So I had to. It's like a fucking. I think of it like the smoke signals. Why don't they send me a smoke signal from Drew Road?
Pretty funny.
And I'll look out like in 3 puffs will be Cheryl can't come. 'Cause
Are you
Cheryl-
talking porn again?
No,
Oh.
no. Cheryl, the wife there, emailed me and said, "Please tell Eric to tell Scott that I can't pick him up because the truck's broken and to go and stay home with Eric."
Oh boy.
Which means that was like sort of like when the shit hit the fan the last time.
Yeah.
So I might have to be like fucking missing on Pay Friday.
Oh boy.
I'll swing by there tomorrow and check them out.
No, I'm going. Well, I'm going there tomorrow. Now, do you know what your day's going to be tomorrow yet?
I haven't heard from my number one son.
What do you think he
See,
is?
I didn't call him retarded. I just said my number one son.
Right.
Yeah, but he fell off a roof and he made himself retarded,
Well,
didn't he?
I guess. I don't know if it was by choice or not.
Well, I'm sure he didn't choose to make himself retarded. Much like Gabby Givens, who got shot in the head
Yeah.
by Jared Loughner. She didn't really want to be retarded, but now she is.
Is she really retarded?
She was shot retarded.
That's too bad. Poor Gabby. Seemed like a lovely gal.
Now, wasn't she a lawyer?
I don't know. Probably. They're all fucking lawyers. Aren't they all lawyers? All those U.S. representatives? Like,
Well,
at
the
least
more-
half of them are lawyers.
The more of them that can get shot retarded, the better, I think.
Lawyers, lifetime politicians. That's why we like Donald Trump, who gave up the opulent life of a billionaire to put up with the bullshit
Right. He
of
would,
being president of the United States.
Stuck
And he's
living
doing
on
it,
his interest.
and he's doing it because he could.
he could have had so many more whores and
He did it because he
fun
could
everywhere.
The Asian ones.
Anyone he wants.
do it. There's no way that guy would have run if he thought he was, if he didn't think he would get elected. He waited until he knew he could get elected, and he did it.
Did you hear?
Fucking amazing.
Did you hear that Ortiz broad's idea of paying Congress more money so they're not tempted to do illegal things?
I mean, I believe it. That's
That was
crazy.
her
I
idea.
don't think it's a bad idea.
I mean,
I think they should pay him $500,000.
you know, that's more than the president gets, yo.
That's fine.
President gets $400,000 still.
It's only
Seems like a low paying.
it's only
fucking gig.
535.
Which,
of
by the way, Donald returned his last week again.
That's not
That's a
even
whole
the
big
major
thing.
league minimum. They
Yeah,
make
oh
more
yeah,
than that.
yeah.
400 is not the minimum.
No, the major league minimum's higher than 400,000.
In Major League Baseball,
Yeah, so
Yeah, but
you,
not
you
in
I
can,
don't know.
Congress.
I mean,
you can
that's a half
stink
mil.
in baseball and still make 450 grand.
I really do believe though. All right. You get elected to Congress, right?
Yes.
You go to Washington D.C. and say you're from California, say you're from Nevada,
Yes.
Arizona. Getting home's a fucking 6-hour flight,
Yeah.
and they pay 175 grand a year, which sounds like a lot of money.
For life, though. So when they retire, they still get that.
I think you're right.
Well, I don't know
I am
about that.
right.
I think you have,
100%
I think
pension.
it's got to be like
No, it's 100%. It's for life. And if their
Even if
guy
you got
dies, the wife gets
just
it.
one term.
Yeah. Congressmen get it for life.
Well,
That's why they don't
I'm
get
not going to say no because I don't know. But if you gave them $500,000,
for life.
they could have a nice place in D.C. and a nice place where they are. And they wouldn't be, because they're surrounded by people that have more money than God. And I think they ought to make it, you can't make it illegal for PACs to run ads against your opposition, even if you don't want them to. Because that was Citizens United.
Right.
But I think that they can give congressmen, like the poor ones, a lot of them are sucked into like agreeing with Nancy Pelosi because she can raise money for them
Right.
to run. If we did away with that, there's a lot of people that don't agree with her
Yeah.
and don't want, I think nobody wanted her to be speaker again.
It's a lot cheaper to do away with her then instead of giving them all a raise.
But you can't get rid of her because she's there and she knows how to raise money. So she knows how to raise money, and you got to understand when you get elected to Congress, you got to get along with everybody. Otherwise, you don't get appointed to any of these committees, and then you become like this lame duck sitting in your office congressperson. We're talking like the Congress, not the Senate. Although they may actually be worse because they're more like they do a lot of pontificating and they're full of shit. You know what I mean? Like our old senator, John Kerry. Remember him?
Yeah. Ran on no platform.
He runs on nothing except that I married a rich girl and
Old live shot.
I don't really... Right, he was fucking negotiating with Iran and
He
decided...
was Secretary of State for a little while, wasn't he?
Yeah, while he was Secretary of State, he decided that he was going to put on the full, because Trump made full fun of this. He put on the full like bicycle uniform with the fucking, the shorts and shit, and then he crashed and broke his leg. And then Trump's at rallies going, "I promise you, I won't be riding any bicycles while I'm negotiating for like the security of the world."
Not behaving at all frivolously, old Donald.
Yeah, well, And you got fucking live shot out there, fucking 73-year-old tumbling down the street because he ran into the back of a van or something. He's a fucking moron. He's literally a buffoon. He really is. He's a buffoon that no one will say it to his face because they're all Senator.
Oh, because he's a war veteran.
Well, I think he probably is he's definitely a war veteran. Although I read something now. I don't know whether this is true, so people could correct me, but the only way you can get a medal is somebody has to put you in for the medal. And my understanding is he put himself in for the medals.
Really?
Yes.
Shows initiative.
Yeah, man.
Like he spent 4 months in Vietnam.
Right. That's not a long time.
And he had 3 Purple Hearts and a Silver Star within 4 months.
I could see putting yourself in for a Purple Heart. If you got injured, you got injured. You know what I mean?
Maybe it was ketchup.
Yeah.
But the Silver Star,
And
if he's
who
nominated
the fuck
himself
wants to
for that.
serve somebody who hasn't been in country for more than 2 months that's got 3 Purple Hearts already?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's sort of like he's got a bad luck charm hanging around.
Yeah,
his
right.
neck. So
Yeah, it begins to lose its its charm. You figure, hey, if you were someone who's got 3 fucking Purple Hearts in just a couple months, odds are they're not going to get hurt again, but odds are they're going to get
somebody
fucking
next
hurt
to
again.
him's going to get fucking
Yeah, right.
blasted.
Exactly.
Hey, while you're in there, Al.
Both?
Yeah. Let me have a twofer.
Both.
So, recovery. Oh, it's real long. I'll tell you what.
What recovery?
Well, she had to resign from Congress. And that is basically because she's retarded.
Who are we talking about? Oh, Gabby.
Gabby Giffords.
Oh, poor Gabby.
She was shot retarded.
Yeah.
So now it doesn't matter how much she makes.
And if she had just thrown a little money, retards, the
Retard's way. Crazy's way and not
Crazy's
retard's way.
Throw a little money Crazy's way,
Yeah.
she might not have been shot retarded.
Yeah.
She underwent cranioplasty to replace a part of her skull that had been removed.
I wonder if Kerry was standing near her.
Yeah, right.
What do you mean? You think he had his dick in her skull?
No, with his
No.
fucking 9 Purple Hearts.
Oh,
You know
He
what I
might
mean?
have been too close.
that I didn't. Do we know that he wasn't?
I mean, I don't think he was there.
Fucking Curry might have been in the
That was during his. I think he was Secretary of State with that one. Although maybe not. How long ago did she get shot? If you told me 10 years ago, I believe you. I know it wasn't 2. It had to be between 5 and 10 years ago, right?
Tempted.
2011 or some shit.
January 8th, 2011.
Hey, that's not a bad guess, man.
Wow.
So 8 years ago.
Yeah. That's crazy. Time flies. Time fucking flies, man.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. And she's still fucked. I wonder if the husband's still banging her. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I hope so. I mean, it's probably not fun banging a retard if they're not into it or anything, but
How about if she's
she probably wants it.
wicked crazy, though, now?
Yeah, right. She lost whatever fucking governor that made her not go crazy
Right.
in bed. Now she's just crazed.
Like her fucking clit's 10 times more sensitive.
Right.
Because that portion of her brain was shot out.
She wants to be airtight at all times. You know what I mean?
And she's just
3 holes, no waiting.
There's no way she can't have 5 14-inch cocks in her.
Yeah, right.
All day long, that's all she thinks about is cock.
The retards do get fixated.
I mean, yeah,
too. See, Bob's right. That could be a special Olympic sport.
definitely.
How many 15-inch black cocks can this one get into him?
I think I
He's
saw
only
that
got 3
the other.
holes,
I think I saw that the other day on Tube Galore as well.
What was it? Black Hawk Down?
Yeah, there's some.
Black.
Oh boy.
Well, I don't know. She's
My wife showed me on Instagram that you can follow people that you don't know. She's like, see, look at this. And she showed me like some model. I'm like, oh, cool. Now I'm following like 400 like models and porn stars and fitness babes, just all bikini
Is there
babes.
any way to talk to them?
Well, you can. I don't talk to anybody. I just look at their pictures. And then half of them are porn stars, and you follow their links and watch them suck dick.
Hey, is
Get
that one
railed.
of those Chargers?
Yeah, I've had that here for 2 years. This one I
I thought there was
charge my
something
phone.
to that.
Yeah. See, it lights up. You put it on there, and it fucking charges.
I never fucking.
What kind
That
of,
hasn't been there 2 years.
2 years.
is that an iPhone or the other?
Well, we haven't
It's
been
a
here
s-
2 years.
You know what I'm saying? It's a
No,
Samsung.
it's an Android.
It's an Android.
Oh, so
S8,
that-
S9, S9
They
Plus.
do they work with any phone, that charger?
I think it just has to be a smartphone.
Fuck.
You can't
Fuck
put
off.
a flip phone on it, but you can put a smartphone on it, and it'll charge
Fuck
it.
Apple. Although I haven't used an iPhone. So I
I'll
don't
tell
know
you
if
what,
that's
though,
true.
Joe. I tried out a fucking new MacBook the other day. Those are fucking awesome.
Hey, you know what?
They are
I
fucking.
tried out.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all fast, but when you're on that MacBook, it's almost like you're not touching it, and it goes where you want it to go. You know what I mean?
So I bought Media Monkey in 2012.
Okay, remind me on Media Monkey, please.
Media Monkey is a. It's like an iTunes.
Okay, I understand. It's a way to catalog.
Yeah, it's a
shit
database fucking
for your
thing.
media. Yeah.
I was able to load albums and playlists
Load.
onto my smartphone without any bullshit.
Awesome.
You know, none of that fucking Apple shit.
With Media Monkey,
You got to sync stuff, and then you got to do this, and
It
you gotta
just
stick a finger in your
went
ass.
right up into your phone, no problem.
Just literally like go and click on it, say copy, and then paste,
That's awesome.
and then it comes up with the album artwork and everything.
That's cool. But how much music can you put on your phone? Do you know? Like how many gigs? I mean, if the phones are, what are they now? Are they 64, 128?
I've
These
got-
fucking regular phones? I don't
I've
even
got
know.
128
Yeah.
because I got a 64 gig memory card.
Yeah.
And then
So you can put whatever the fuck you want on it. You'll never fill it with music.
yeah,
ever.
and now
Now I might.
I want to
but
say
you
that
won't.
thing you got now. I think that's got like
I think it's 64.
I want to say it's like 512 or something.
Well, you can put
You figure I would know.
SD cards inside it. I have room for 2 of those inside my phone. I only have 1 in there.
This is 64.
Right.
This is 64.
Now, does that have a little pen?
No, this isn't the Note. This does everything the Note does except write on it. It's a S9 Plus.
I've got the Note.
the Note is
What does that
technically
do?
it does everything that it's the Note is the state of the art cell phone. If you have the newest Note, you have the best cell phone on the planet. You
No,
can't.
I got a Note 8.
All right, so it's good. It's just not the best. It's not top of the food
Who
chain.
writes on there?
I don't know. I've never seen anyone do it, and I could have got one for a
Takes
couple
me
bucks
20 minutes
more,
to get
but
the pen out.
I have no idea. I like talking into the thing. That to me is a miracle. Got to check it, but now I know how to talk into it.
Now, do you have Bixby on there?
Yeah, but I've never used it. It keeps coming on, and I shut it off. What does Bixby do? Is that like
Bixby
Siri?
is like their Siri.
All right. See, maybe I should turn it on and try it. I've never used it. I like
I
because
haven't gotten up the courage.
I go on Notes or on,
because I figured it'll just fuck me.
but every single app, your email, your text, everything, you can talk it if you want. You know that, right?
Yes,
That's fucking, to me, that's pretty fucking cool.
the only way
I don't have
Chris-
to type.
Chris Jarvis would never use text because he hated it.
No. You got to
He hated
speak your text.
technology. He wanted to, but then he found that you could talk into it.
That's
Now he
that's science fiction shit, man. They had
talks into it all the time.
They had shit on like fucking, what was that fucking 70s sci-fi series? Not fucking Battlestar Galactica, the other one. Fuck, I forget what it was called. They were like talking into the computer, and that was fucking science fiction 45
know.
years ago. You know, science fiction
remember-
becomes
do you
science
remember the-
fact. Space station something. Fuck.
We all remember the wall phone, right?
Yeah.
We all grew up in like a house that
I
had a
want
wall
one.
phone
I
The
want
rotary dial.
with a rotary dial.
one. I
Yeah.
want one.
And I remember back then they had the wall phone with like a TV screen above it, and you could fucking be on the wall phone talking to and looking at whoever you're talking to.
Space 1999 is what I was talking about. by the way.
And that was like, wow, that's fucking really cool. But nobody ever envisioned there would be something you could stick in your pocket and that you could search all the information the world has
Again,
to have.
And do away with all wall phones.
And
from
do
houses.
away with all wall phones.
Yeah. So the general public, no way 40 years ago thought about any of it. There's going to be shit still within our lifetime we haven't thought of. If we all live another 10, 15 years, there'll be shit you haven't even thought of that you will own. It'll be something to do something, and you don't even know what it is.
You already know that to be true. I've given you the answer to artificial intelligence.
What's the answer? What do you mean the answer? We've been talking a lot about it.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I don't think in our lifetime, though, Joe. Total takeover.
No,
Nobody
not total
working.
takeover.
Nobody
but
working.
a good takeover.
Do you think that the
That's-
fuck?
that started
Do you
in
think
84.
AI is gonna? Do you think AI is gonna like spray and expose steel deck ceiling and fucking girders, or will people always still be painting, hammering nails, putting together?
No, that'll be gone.
All the infrastructure will be built by AI. Everything. It'll be that.
I'm waiting for like
They'll be doing roads. And,
2024, the DeWalt 48-volt framing robot.
yeah,
He can carry 4 sheets of plywood at a time.
yeah.
He loves being called nigger.
2-hour battery charge.
You know what I mean? It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
You could even write it on him with Sharpie, and he
That's
wouldn't know.
interesting.
right
The
over his forehead.
The DeWalt powered robot.
DeWalt or Milwaukee.
Yeah, they'll all have one. Bosch will have
Probably
one.
Makita.
Makita will definitely.
Makita?
Hitachi.
Because
Oh, you
Makita's
know
always
Hitachi will
fake.
be right on that
Yeah,
shit.
Makita and Hitachi.
yeah.
Bob and I were just talking to Wild Bill. They got robots in the store now.
To stock the shelves.
I don't think they're stocking, but what they do is they look for spills and shit. I went by one
Yeah.
and Stop and Shop.
Oh,
like,
no, they do inventory.
Oh,
They do
yeah. Inventory.
and
And
look
the
for
next-
spill-
look for
they
spills
clean out
and shit.
spills
They're
and-
coming out with the ones that stock the shelves.
Yeah.
Man.
That's fucking
Stop and
now.
Shop, man.
3 years from
That
now.
was my first job as a kid. Stop and Shop.
Better watch out, stalker.
All those
Robots don't go on strike
And they can work 24/7.
Wow.
without getting paid overtime for Sunday.
You know what's funny? They stuck little fucking sticky eyeballs on the fucking thing, you know, like with the paper, sticky paper, and the stupid eye that's moving back and forth. I'm like, holy shit.
Hope they didn't cover any sensors up. Because that would make it run amok.
And it's only gonna, Joe's right, it's only gonna keep going. I just don't think in our lifetime we're gonna see the DeWalt framing robot, but
Now, Makita maybe. Not
Makita
the
or
wall.
Hitachi, right.
Well, it depends on whether I get shot in the woods with Alan
Them little Japs are clever little bastards.
or decide to live a little longer.
Yeah, but you got, what, 15 years to go on that? What'd you say, your 70th? Was that your 70th or your 75th? Do you remember?
I don't know. See, I don't know.
Do you know this story?
Killed at 69 or 70.
I think it was 70. That's pretty funny. And Al said he'd do it.
He brought it up.
Oh, did he?
I think he wants to kill.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
Jesus
maybe
Christ.
there's something else to this.
Might be something wrong with
Might
him.
not be mercy.
He's got bloodlust or some shit.
Well, you know, he's never been in the military, never killed any people.
Hey, by then, if AI takes over, do you think they'll take the guns away? What do you think about that one? What's AI's fucking impact on our Second Amendment rights going to be? Any prediction on that one? That's kind of a weird one.
No, because it's like middle of the road.
AI is middle of the road.
No, I'm thinking your query is middle of the road.
They would
It's
have
not a
to,
good question.
They would have to come up
No,
with.
it's a fine question.
Oh.
It's just, here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're going to teach a robot or a machine by 2029, they think. And that's a Ray Kurzweil prediction, which Ray Kurzweil has been on target, but who cares? This, unless we get hit by an asteroid or some major friggin' event, or there's some huge government regulation, because nobody's aware of this. You don't hear Trump talking about, ooh, this fucking AI shit's scary.
Right.
So, forget about talking about in 2029 having a computer as smart as a human. They can outsmart a human in every way.
So they're going to have to come up with a second constitution just for AI?
Well, that's a middle of the road question. That's a good question. Just like, the Second Amendment. What are we going to do? And can you give an AI a gun? You can have a robot. Like, when Brian McGlone was sick?
Yeah.
Instead of having people come over and lift him up to take a shit and wipe his ass, there's going to be a robot to do that. So,
will they hold a pillow over their face?
Well, that's the thing, because there's Asimov's law, which is, there's like 3 tenets in Asimov's law, like, no robot will ever hurt a human. No robot will ever assist in helping a human, hurt a human.
Well,
and then
they could say, well, this is a very soft pillow.
Yeah, this would feel nice while he's not breathing.
What's the third one?
I don't know. You'd have to look up
No
Asimov's.
robot will hurt another robot.
There's something, or a robot will die before it will let a human die. Something like that. But these are laws that were written a long time ago. The deal is, what happens when... So there's going to be a huge disruption, meaning there's going to be a shitload of jobs displaced. We're talking about, we're not talking about Mexicans coming across the border stealing.
Now the wall will be done by then.
Right. We're talking about like robots that can do surgery better than any surgeon ever could. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tax accountants that can imagine an intelligent system that could pull in every single law ever written about taxes. Well, about anything in any different country, and then do your taxes. How is any human going to ever beat that thing? So now here's the real big question, and this goes down the road. When it gets to the point where there's no scarcity of anything, because the robot, I keep saying robot, the intelligence has become so intelligent that it's figured out how we can make energy.
Nothing's scarce, so nothing's
free.
valuable.
So there's no scarcity of anything. You want to have a bathtub full of diamonds? This thing knows how to change. We're talking about once you get a robot, I keep saying fucking robot. Once you get intelligence to the point, artificial intelligence to the point where it can start learning, it's not going to learn like we learn. Like it takes 60 years before you sort of
go hunting in the woods,
or have some wisdom, or you can explain shit to. It's not gonna have the wisdom, but it'll have. We're talking about an intelligence that will have every single thing that's ever been invented or made or written by, or just everything ever done by man at its disposal that it can pull up. So we're talking about something that is, and then it's going to have exponential growth in intelligence. I mean, it's not going to be twice as smart the next year. It's going to be,
An infinite amount of times smarter.
well, it's going to be 1,000 times as smart the following year.
yeah.
So the thing we humans have to work on is at sort of in the beginning of the disruption, it's going to come like Elon Musk style. You know, dumb robots, basically, 70% of the trucking routes can be taken over by robotically driven trucks. Whether they're electric or diesel, doesn't matter. You're not going to have, like, all right, you're going to go down I-80, 2,000 miles, and then pull off. And then we'll put you on another robot truck and, take you in, but you have to have a human there so you can get through San Francisco or something. You know what I mean? That's now. That's happening now. They're driving from Phoenix to Los Angeles with a driver in the truck, and the truck is driving itself. That's happening today. And it was happening 2 or 3 years ago. It's like old news.
Right. You just got to sit there and fucking let the thing operate itself. That's got to be boring as fuck.
So what I'm getting at is, okay, so people are worried that it's going to put a lot of people out of work. So then comes universal basic income. So meaning every robot that goes to work is basically swapping out a human being. So now that robot has to pay taxes. Now, the person in charge, which there'll be 11 people in charge of everything, will say, well, that's bullshit because I bought this robot for 35 grand and he can do everything Lenny does for the next 100 years. And, well, that's not, if we want 11 people to have all the money and everybody else starve, well, that'd be a great world for the 11 people that get to eat the sushi.
Right.
But
Probably Makita guys.
yeah, Makita guys, maybe. You never know. So I don't think anybody wants that. Even the rich don't want that.
The congressman? Those rich?
Yeah, well, they're going to be they're going to be out of a job.
Perfect.
Once you have once you have an answer to, you're going to have an answer to everything. How to solve things that are so complicated. That's the scary thing. But once we get beyond like the doling out the resources, because there is no more scarcity, you can have your hot tub at, you can have your swimming pool at 104 degrees, either in the real world or the virtual world where you upload your brain.
Right.
And you have whores all over you. And it doesn't really matter. And then say you wanted to, like, you know what? I want to go to that fucking karaoke thing and sing like Frank Sinatra. Well, you can download yourself into a 3D printer. We're talking maybe, 100 years or so from now, because your whole consciousness will be in a digital format. And you can, like, change around a few things and download yourself, print yourself, and you got the same gills as Frank Sinatra, and you can go sing that night.
Nice.
Nice. So maybe the king won't be dead.
Elvis is coming back.
Yeah,
sure.
right.
But do you know, and then what happens is that you get to the point where what keeps you going every day?
Coffee.
Right. But what keeps you going? I'm saying it both of you. Or asking you.
I don't know. Just fucking
Getting up.
instinct to survive? I don't know.
Right. So why don't you kill yourself every day if you know?
Because it's against
Wouldn't
all
it be
your natural-
easier?
Easier than what?
Well, living.
No.
Living's
I
a
don't
pain in
think so.
the ass,
I don't
isn't
think
it?
dying. I don't think dying's that easy. You
Okay.
you only get to try it once.
So here's what I'm getting at. living it, struggling a little bit works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because it gives you a little kind of a sense of purpose.
Mm.
I mean, say you woke up, say you had all the money you could ever spend in your life. You never had to worry about money again. And you woke up, and then you'd be like, oh, you don't have to do fucking anything, right? So you'd have to find things to keep yourself amused. Now, I'm not saying that that's that hard, but I'm saying that as someone that's had nothing and some money, I think I felt better when I didn't have any money, and I was kind of struggling. If that's weird. I know that might sound weird, but because it gives you a point to get up.
Right.
Well, you did say you got up this morning and watched Dylan. I didn't believe you because you said this morning. When I went in,
No.
I went in at 2:30. You were still in bed.
Well, I wasn't in bed. I was on the couch. No, my day is from noon to midnight.
That's cool.
It's
You
a
stay up that
12-hour
late?
day.
You stay up that late?
Yeah, usually 1 o'clock.
That's
2
cool.
o'clock.
That's how I used to do it when I was not working for the man. I used to stay up till midnight or 1.
No, I can always get up early if I have to.
Yeah, same here. I used to like to roll in about 10:30. That was my thing. I like rolling in at 10:30, work till like 6:30. You know what I mean? Or 3.
Yeah.
2.
4 hours, I think, is a good window.
I told my wife today, because I do the 8 to 5 thing right now. I'm just fucking done at 3 every day. I just clock out mentally and fucking pretend to be busy. And I do nothing from 3 to 5 till I get out of there except watch the fucking clock. I fucking hate it.
Just like in high school.
Oh, man.
Looking at the
Just
clock.
like at the Purity Supreme.
Just fucking clicking around on the computer, making it look good. You know what I mean? Just fucking...
They used to have a clock
I don't know how people
at the
do
end
it.
of the store at the Purity Supreme. I'd be bagging groceries, and like I would swear a half an hour had gone by, and it's
It was
5
2 minutes. Yeah. I'm telling you. But
I'm
time...
like, oh,
Right, goes backwards a little. Time goes fucking...
and I swear,
Time goes slower when you're younger anyway. You know what I mean? I remember that in school, literally fucking got my head on the desk and looking at the clock over there, and you just can't believe how slow time is going. And now you can't believe how fast it goes.
Then when you fall asleep, it goes fast because you don't want to wake up.
I know.
Get woken up with an eraser to the head.
I've been doing a lot of pot gummies.
Those are good. I had a couple of them in the last couple weeks.
Did I give you some pot gummies?
You did. I got 2 or 3 left.
Well,
Those are good. I think I'm going to
I
go get
did
some in
2 last
Wareham.
night, which is part of the reason I didn't get up.
Oh, 2 is... I can't imagine. That's a lot.
That's 30
60
milligrams,
Oh, I thought they were 30 each.
I think.
Oh,
No,
the ones
they're
I...
15 each.
Oh, are they? Okay.
But then I was watching Joe Rogan, and Joey Diaz did a 200 milligram little star
Oh, my God.
in front of Andrew Dice Clay, and then he did another one.
Ooh.
So I guess you can build up a tolerance to that shit.
Oh, I'm sure, like anything else.
And it's TAC. I don't know. What do you think TAC means?
I don't know. As opposed to THC? Like, is it also an active ingredient?
It says TAC on the gummy bears.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know from all that. They got it all divided up into all different things now. I want to go to they got the public dispensary right over there in Wareham. I want to go check
right
it out.
on Main Street.
I want to go check it out.
Is it dispensary where?
Wareham.
Wareham,
Yeah.
and it's totally
You walk up. And
recreational. You don't need a card, or you just go and buy shit.
The problem is you go to those places and everything's expensive.
Yeah, it is. It's at least twice as expensive. But if you like the edibles, and how else you going to get them? Although people are making them. People
I'm
are
just gonna-
fucking making them.
I'm going to call up my
Your wife's nephew.
No, I'm going to call up my wife's nephew's dad and get a big thing of pot butter.
Oh yeah, that's cool
Go
too.
back that direction.
Oh man, that stuff's intense
I can
too.
get a fucking brick of that. Like,
Has her nephew opened a place of business yet? Is he working on it? It seemed like he was ahead of the curve there, and now he's getting lapped.
no,
No?
he's got a deal.
He's got a license too.
Gabby Giffords is definitely retarded. By the
Oh,
way.
that's too bad. Poor Gabby. Lovely, lovely girl. No boobies to speak of, though, if I remember correctly. You're going to need to get some tits.
He bought a 400-acre parcel of land out in Holland, Mass.
Yep.
He sold 65 acres of it, which had all the commercial shit that had a grow facility. He had the license
Yeah.
for it. The grow facility and the retail sales thing. So a company that's going public bought it from him.
Yeah.
And they are pretty much signed up right now. And I think it's like $11 million they're getting.
Cool.
And then they still have 335 acres left.
Beautiful.
Of some of it's a gravel pit that's operating right now. Like there's people there working the gravel pit and they pay him for every yard of shit they take. And then it's right on 90, 84 interchange.
That kid used to sleep right there.
I know. We stayed there for a summer.
Yep.
And it's a perfect place for a truck stop. So,
Oh, is it right there where 84 meets 90? So it's
Yeah, well-
Holland and Union.
it's right when you get off that, it's exit 9.
Sturbridge.
Everybody goes down to New York City. Down
84. Yeah, go down to Hartford and Waterbury that way, yep.
So
New Haven, I think, before you get down to...
there's some residential shit in there, and then there's some gravel pit, and then there's some. So, I mean, once they get the money, then they can do whatever they want with the land
Yeah, right.
and basically fuck around for the rest of his life if he wants to.
Yeah, good for him.
And that's a way to do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Because, I mean, he worked hard at it.
Yep,
He spent a lot of time on this shit
yep.
with a lot of lean years.
Sure.
But Gabby's 48.
Oh, she's younger than me. I didn't know that. Would have thought she was a little older.
It says here she likes black cock after she got shot.
Right. In every orifice.
Anal's good too.
Right. 3 holes, no waiting. Hey, speaking of big dicks, big dickheads, you know that asshole Avenatti? Do you see what happened to him?
No, I didn't.
And it all
Because-
transpired in less than like a week. He's such a fucking moron. He's gonna die in jail.
I turned on the TV, either here or I caught him somewhere. He
The
was,
feds got him. He got simultaneously. The feds got him for one thing, and California got him for another thing. But the feds got him for trying to extort millions of dollars from Nike.
right.
He told them, he said, "Hey, we got it on good word. We got some high schoolers here that'll say that you were giving them money." You know what I mean? And then college. And turns out it was an extortion scheme. He thought he was going to get away with it. What a fucking scumhole, huh? Fucking lawyers.
Well, he's the
worst type of scum.
at least he's open about it.
He's going to fucking die in jail. They're going to fucking throw the book at him.
The ones that do are the real scum. Are really quiet and sophisticated.
Yeah, they're the ones who will defend.
the ones in office.
Well, they're
much.
either in office or they're around people in office. And
Yeah.
they're very quiet and sophisticated.
And they will
And they're
represent
the-
you in one case and sue you in another case.
Meaning they're the ones that, although I'm not going to, if there was a pharmaceutical company that was trying to target a certain area by pushing drugs into that area,
Right.
then I think they should go to jail. However,
And their lawyers should die.
we're talking about like the opiates. However, if there's pharmaceutical companies that didn't do any of that, they just wanted to sell fucking opiates, then they didn't do anything wrong. Opiates are great if you got fucking terminal cancer. Or if you had shoulder surgery and you need a week's worth of fucking pain med.
Do you see the maker of OxyContin fucking had to pay $270 million in a settlement? I think that went down today, too.
I saw
Or
that.
yesterday.
I've seen some of this shit.
I mean, I don't know what kind of settlement it was. I mean, I don't know what the class and the class action was. It certainly wasn't cancer victims. It was probably people who...
Well, if it's all the people addicted to it, then they'll each get $3.
Yeah, right. There's not a lot of fucking
Right.
money to go around on that one.
No,
Hey,
the thing is...
I did some times hooked on those fucking things, and it was recreational. It wasn't because I had a surgery or something. I just tried them, and I liked them a lot. I did about a year on those things. It was a nightmare. Getting off of those sucked.
The great thing about opiates is they're wonderful.
They make your legs all warm.
Oh,
The problem is you can only find them when they're mixed with that fucking pesky acetaminophen. If you find the ones that aren't mixed with it, you're in good shit.
No, you just need the hydrocodone.
Yeah.
The deal is, I said this to Al on our last podcast, the only reason there are people dead because of opiates is because
Of the war on drugs.
it's a law enforcement issue,
Yeah.
not a public health issue.
And if you're a police officer, or if you have a child who died of fucking heroin, it's because of cops
Right. Cops want your children to die
of heroin.
of heroin.
Yeah, that's what they want.
They don't want them to die of like regular opiate. What happens is the kids, somehow they get exposed to opiates, usually through pills. Like they go to a party or something and have a pill,
Right.
and they go, holy shit, this feels great. How do you feel like this all the time? Give me another one of those pills. And then you can't get them. Or they're $50 a piece. So then what you do is you go to the heroin, because we've made it impossible for you to get the pills. They're locking up the people that gave you the pills in the first place. And then you start shooting the heroin. And then 1 week they give you a heroin that wasn't cut with anything. And then you're dead.
Right.
Or somebody nabbed you and threw you into rehab, and then you get a heroin fucking shipment, and then you pump in what you pumped in 2 weeks before, and your tolerance has gone way down,
Right.
and you're dead.
Yeah.
But it's still all because of law enforcement. Because you should be able to get your hands on, if you need it, you should be able to get your hands on the pills. You know what I mean, Chucky?
I guess. I'm not sure I know what you mean because
Well, what do you want them to do?
maybe not do it to start with.
That would be nice, but they do it anyway. So what you do
You
is
let them get
let them get the pills,
and then give them help to get off of it.
and you offer them all kinds of help. And hey, by the way, instead of this jail, you can come into this luxurious place.
Which is never, ever, ever, ever going to solve the problem.
Right. What do you mean never gonna?
The jail is never going to get them off
No,
the drugs.
you don't say come into the jail. You're gonna come into like fucking Palm Springs over here, Palm Springs, Minnesota, and we're gonna
You have to work outside in the winter.
we're gonna teach you how to like not do drugs.
That's cool.
Instead Instead of spending the money on the fucking jail and warehousing people.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, but then, Joe, all of those people in the court system aren't going to have their nice job, are they?
Well, after my wife retires, they can all die.
They can all eat it, right?
I don't fucking care what happens to them.
I'm trying to find that chick, 7 of 9. Isn't she on a show called Star Trek Voyager or something? I got it in my head. I wanted to see her. It's not working out.
Just
Fuck it. I was gonna
just go to
yeah.
the
You can talk to this thing.
talk
can't
to
you?
it and
Hold
go
on.
7 of 9.
7
Star
of
Trek.
9. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking Jerry Ryan in that fucking outfit.
Yeah.
You know, hold on. Star Trek Voyager. Is that the one with her?
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the right one?
I think so.
Cast and crew is down below.
Just
Yeah.
yell in there 7 of 9 Star Trek.
Okay. 7 of 9 Star Trek. And they'll show all the episodes she's on.
This is artificial.
You know she's on it. It was like eggs. Yeah, no. See,
Spy on the
I want to
Wildebeest.
go back to the last thing.
Now
Here
you're
we
getting
go.
back to Nancy
I'm
Pelosi.
telling you, she was episode like 3.
Oh,
Where's fucking page?
Nancy tit fucks people on a regular basis for votes.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty much sure she does.
Now that's funny. Poor Nancy.
She'll
Got to put up
swallow
with the
a
likes
cock.
of you.
She'll swallow a load for a fucking
Vote?
Yeah.
if she can win.
Do they call that the old throat vote?
Right.
I wonder if Jussie Smollett swallows a load
Oh.
to get off here.
Oh no. He might have. Now that you're talking about it, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Is
Neil,
Voyager the one with?
it's the one with 7 and 9. That's all I care about. And the other chick's kind of good looking too. The fucking.
Yeah, I watched a lot of these on a binge.
I just can't remember which season it was.
I've
4 or
never
5
seen
or-
any Star Trek movie. Not even the first one.
Not even the '60s ones.
Never.
Wow. Yeah, it's not for everybody, is it?
No, not when the Rifleman was on or Wanted Dead or Alive.
Yeah, right.
Uh-oh. Boeing 737 MAX makes an emergency landing at Orlando.
Oh no, I didn't even realize they were back in the air. Apparently they are.
All that good stuff happens in Florida.
All crazy shit happens in Florida.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Good reason.
This has
Man
7
and an
9.
entire neighborhood involved in smut fucking film business. You know?
Remember the guy on this was that guy Chakotay. You ever see that movie Eating Raoul? Came out in the early '80s.
No.
Nah, you would know it if never mind. Eating Raoul is it's a classic. You should watch it. All right, this one has 7 in it. Let's see if she fucking. I just want to see her in her outfit. Oh no, it's fucking. You can't even see it. You gotta buy it. Oh well, fuck it.
Why do you want to see it so bad?
I don't know. I was just for something to do.
We went through that before.
You probably could have got it on your phone faster.
Yeah, I know. You're right. Definitely. I'm pretty good on that thing, too. Whip, 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 whip. I don't even have... although I am going to set up that new $50 computer I just bought. What are we looking at? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Like many other women working people, like her, she's some imposter syndrome.
Those small moments.
Wow.
Yeah. She's normal.
Yeah. Just what you need, a 28-year-old fucking lunatic.
Fruitcake.
Fucking telling everybody what to think and what to do. You know what I mean? She's out of her fucking mind. I bet you she's not fun in bed, by the way. Nancy Pelosi be way
She
more
is.
fun. Who are we looking at now?
There you go. That's what he wanted to look at.
7 and 9.
Oh, yeah. That's Jerry Ryan.
I stick all 7 digit into that.
By the way,
The 9.
born the same year as me. She just turned 50. She's a good-looking girl, though, right?
I wonder if that's really her.
Oh, no, it's not.
I know.
She's a good-looking girl.
She's a good-looking girl. But that's not her. It's just her head on someone else's body. That's funny as fuck.
Oh, no, this is her, though.
You got to find her in the blue jumpsuit.
Look at that. Great tits. She's got great tits.
Yeah. Good-looking girl. That's her.
She can't jog.
You know who else was good-looking? Joe, did you do the reboot of Battlestar Galactica like 10 years ago? Remember Trisha Halfer as the fucking as the robot?
That could be a real Jerry Ryan. Did she ever do a nude spread like in
Trisha
Hustler?
Halfer? Oh no, Jerry Ryan, no way.
No?
I don't think so. I think she's an actress. She's not a model. She's an actress. You know what I mean? It's not
Well,
like
they all fucking
A lot
do
of the
crazy
actresses
shit.
started out as models. So.
I don't know, man. A lot of these chicks seem like they've been always just wanted to be an actress since they're a little girl and they become actresses.
And they got the guy telling
Nobody
them,
becomes an actress by mistake.
Yeah,
You
but
know
I
what
think
I mean?
there's some
You
cock
got-
sucking along the way.
Sometimes there is, especially if Harvey Weinstein's involved. You know what I mean?
how
Do you
do
think this
If you're
is
gonna be in a
real
mirror,
right here?
How do you think Jesse Smollett got his part?
There you go.
He sucks some dick.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ. Poor
He was
Jesse.
definitely on some.
16 charges, and they dropped the case.
You know what?
Well, here's
though?
this fucking scumbag who's trying to create.
Buzz. At the
Well,
very
no,
least.
he's trying to create fucking, a racial incident and a homophobic incident
Yeah.
at the same time, and lies about it, and they fucking drop all the charges. Who dropped the charges?
They weren't misdemeanors either. They
Now,
were
listen,
felonies.
when I saw this,
16 felony charges got dropped.
and his lawyers announced it. Okay, that's the last I saw it. I don't know if
You don't think?
law enforcement then said yes, we dropped it. It was his lawyers initially who made.
You don't think Jerry Ryan had a butt plug in her ass?
No, she's an actress. Look up Trisha Helfer with a C. Trisha with a C. Helfer, Helfer. That's another hot chick in a science fiction TV show, man.
I think she was definitely nude in Playboy or something.
I don't think so, man. Trisha Helfer might have been, though. She's even finer. She's a little too skinny. The thing about Jerry Ryan is she's like curvy and soft shit. So attorneys for Jesse Smollett said Tuesday that all criminal charges against the Empire actor has been dropped. He had been charged with falsifying a police report by claiming he was a victim of a racist and homophobic attack.
And he paid the guys to do it $3,500.
So he made a statement. His fucking
Yeah, they were the same color.
his attorneys made a statement in a
So I don't know,
separate.
it could be
Oh, here we go.
racist.
Here's the prosecutors. In a separate statement, prosecutors noted the actor's record of community service and agreement to forfeit his bond. After reviewing all the facts and circumstances of the case, including Mr. Smollett's volunteer service in the community and agreement to forfeit his bond to the city of Chicago, which was $1 million, wasn't it? So he's just not going to get his money back. Although if it's $1 million bond, it's $100,000. So he forfeited his bond. He's not getting his money back. So basically, he paid a big fine. He paid his way out of it. If you get a little money, you can get out of anything.
So
We
but
believe-
he's not found guilty of anything,
Nope.
even though he got fined.
He forfeited his bond. We believe this outcome is a just
I believe he's a
disposition
goddamn
and
lying
appropriate
Negro.
resolution. So he basically paid his. Oh, it was a $10,000 bond,
So it's
which
$1,000.
means it was $1,000.
16 felonies for $1,000.
Doesn't come close to what the city spent in resources in investigate. Oh no! When he forfeits the bond, it is the full right. It cost him $1,000, but then he had to pay the $10,000. He paid the $10,000.
So it cost him.
Why did he pay
$10,000.
the $10,000? He didn't skip out on bond.
He forfeited it so to get them to drop
Right.
the charges.
Right.
So you get 16 felonies for $10,000 in Chicago. It's like shopping at Walmart.
Really? That's a hell of
Chicago,
I'd do that.
man. This. So yeah, I guess the fucking mayor.
While you're over there.
The mayor was all out of his fucking mind. And then again, shut up, Rom. You're the biggest fucking crook going.
Oh, yeah, he's a fucking
Chicago. You know what I mean?
Morally bankrupt scumbag. The city of Chicago paid a black woman whose son was shot to death.
By a white cop?
By a white cop. And Rom said, I knew nothing about the payoff. And shortly after he was elected, you know, this $5 million went from the city of Chicago to this woman. And it's like, the mayor wouldn't know about $5 million?
So who says okay to it if the mayor doesn't?
The mayor.
Yeah. So that was hard to figure out, huh?
But he lied about it.
Sounds like it.
So he's just fucking, he's a scumbag. But you know what? He's got to be better than Daley, right? The son, Daley, the son. Always the idiot's son is so much worse than the father.
Yeah, well, but the Dailies, that's not just
You got
father,
that right.
son. That's like, isn't that 3 or 4 generations? Not necessarily successive, but 3 or 4 generations, way back to the 20s or 30s
I think it
of
was
Dailies.
father, son.
Was it?
Yeah. You got Richard Daley, the guy that,
It's Daily with an E, right?
depending on whether, I don't know the history. Depending on where you come down, he could have been the greatest mayor or the worst mayor.
Well, there's going to be a third mayor. The third mayor, Daley. There's Bill Daley is running now because I guess Rahm's getting out.
yeah, but that's the son of the son.
Yeah, you're right, though.
That's the son of the bitch.
So if anybody votes him in, they're fucking, they deserve what they get, which is bankruptcy. That's where that city's going.
There was a Mayor Daley in the 60s who died in the 70s. That was Richard. And then his son Richard was after him. You're right.
And his son Richard went all the way up to like what, 2006?
1989 to 2011. That's a
Yeah.
long time.
So
man.
how many Richards were there? None of them were dicks?
Yeah, well,
They were all
he kind of
dicks.
looks like one. I don't know if this guy's a son too, though, is he?
Dick Daley.
This Richard Daley?
Well, he's got to be related somehow.
Yeah, no.
And the guy that went all the way to 2011 gave away the fucking store. As
Right.
far as like, oh, yeah, every one of you cops is worth $150,000 a year. And you can retire after 20 years, you know, when you're 35. Because we'll count those points when you come in when you're 15.
Richard M. Daley Jr., well, it was Richard J. Daley, the father. Richard M. Daley was the son, and this fella is the son's brother. So his father was the first. So the guy who's running now,
Is another son of the
he's another
There's
son.
another son.
His brother was the one
Yeah,
who was mayor until 2000.
1 out of 2 probably a lot smarter than the other one.
And he's no spring chicken either. He's fucking 70 now also.
That is true. Maybe this is the smart son that should have been.
But he
mayor.
might not win. There's a couple of strong black women running who might beat him.
Well, isn't that evil fucking cop that was beating all the Negroes running?
In Chicago?
Yeah.
I mean,
That fucking
Was it a female cop?
thug. He just looks like a thug. He was a New Jersey cop, and then he became like the chief of.
he was a New Jersey cop, and he's running for mayor of Chicago.
Yeah. Like he was chief of police.
He probably had to beat it out of Jersey.
Rom had to.
His name is Gary McCarthy.
Yeah. He's a fucking
Isn't,
thug.
isn't Google great? I just put in
But look at him.
former cop running for
Chicago, man.
Chicago mayor. Yeah, born in 1959. He's an American public servant. Former superintendent of the Chicago Police Department, which I don't know, does that mean commissioner? He was candidate. Oh, he was candidate. Did they already run? Did they run off in 2019 already?
Might have been.
Does that mean?
I am behind.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, when would they have voted?
No, because you said the guy was leaving. He wouldn't be leaving after.
Well, Rahm is leaving. He's been in there forever.
He was a candidate for mayor of Chicago in the 2019 Chicago mayor electoral election.
He was. Oh, he already got out of it, is what they're saying.
So I guess he's out.
He was in, and now he's out.
But he's a thug. He obviously like fucking beat people half to death. And
He does look a little thuggish, man.
oh, no, he's definitely a fucking thug.
I mean,
But Ron...
talk about a fucking thankless job, too, though. Who the fuck wants that job?
I don't know.
You got to be a crook, I guess.
Oh, Laquan McDonald was the one.
Laquan.
He was murdered. I think he was running away. You can't shoot Negroes while they're running away. It's
Or anybody, for that matter.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't.
Want to take a stab at what the mayor of Chicago gets paid?
I bet it's not
so
a lot.
stupid.
I bet it's not.
It's not
500.
bad. It's $216,000. It's not bad. It's
Hey,
better than being a U.S. rep.
okay. So there's mayor of Chicago.
Yeah,
Now, do you know who Marty Meehan is?
of course.
Look up Marty Meehan. Just look at his face.
He was a U.S. rep for a while.
Okay.
I think he ran for governor. He ran for senator. Isn't he the head of UMass Lowell now?
Do you know any of the story about Marty Meehan?
I mean,
Marty Meehan said he was running against somebody, and he said, I'm only going to stay for 2 terms.
oh, yeah.
This is Marty Meehan.
Yeah.
He was from, like...
He was a rep, he was a congressman, and he represented a district in Massachusetts.
Right. So Marty Meehan, this fucking this scholar, said, I'm gonna just run for...
Oh, by the way, he's president of the University of Massachusetts now, the whole system.
Yes, and he makes $750,000 a year.
He didn't take over from, but it's the same job that Bill Bulger had there for a while.
Yeah, but Bill Bulger only got half the amount.
I thought he was making a half.
So
mil.
Marty Meehan, not only he ran for Congress, and then everybody said, okay, you're done, right? Because you said you'd be done after fucking 2 terms.
Yeah, 4 years.
4 years, or maybe it was 4 terms.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was 3
one
terms.
term. I don't even know.
But it was like, I swear I'm only going to run for these amount of terms. And then it came up and he goes, oh, no, I'm going to run again. And then all of a sudden, this cocksucker becomes head of the University of Massachusetts
Yeah.
with a $750,000 more. I mean, what does the governor make? $250,000?
I don't know. He probably gives up his salary too, I would imagine. Old
So this
Charlie.
fucking slithering cocksucking cunt.
The governor of Massachusetts makes I'm sorry. The average governor makes $129,000. Old Charlie doesn't take a salary.
So this fucking cocksucker is...
It's not listed because he doesn't take it.
Who?
Charlie.
Well,
I don't know what it would be. I mean, the Chief Justice of the
I know that
makes 166.
So Marty
Galvin
Meehan,
makes 130. You got to figure it's worth 2 or 250 to be governor of Massachusetts.
Marty Meehan makes $750.
3 times as much.
I could be
For doing-
wrong though. It could be only be $700.
For probably not even really. Probably mails it
no
in.
show job.
Yeah, he probably mails it in.
He's not doing anything. He's a fucking lawyer.
Yeah.
He's never run anything in his life.
Nope.
He's a fucking dirtbag.
Hasn't even run a law practice, probably.
No, he's a fucking dirtbag. He should be fucking killed.
Ex-CIA director's backing down from his comments were one of the ones that got him all the Dems going.
Oh, Joe's cousin there.
Oh yeah, this guy should be in jail.
He even kind of looks like you, Joe. It's not. He doesn't just have the same last name.
I said forever.
Guys
This
get
guy-
similar hairlines.
This guy is a fucking criminal.
Yeah.
And the only reason...
Look at he stirred the pot. Now he's backing down after he got everybody riled up.
Oh yeah.
I told you the whole fucking thing that I read from the Bongino guy because I have it in my notes.
Yeah.
Dan Bongino.
Yeah.
that the whole Mueller thing was a fucking smokescreen to keep the head of the intelligence agencies and Obama and Hillary out of the fucking crossfire.
Right.
So now it's all gonna because it
Now
was
it's
all
gonna come
bullshit. They were using Susan Rice, that fucking Negro whore cunt, or African American. Hey, yeah, you, Susie, whatever you are. You're not Valerie Jarrett, who doesn't look black. You don't really look black either, but you're a horrid fucking whore cunt.
Here you go.
Don't sugarcoat it.
And I hope Director John Brennan, somewhere along the line, in order for you to become free, has to shoot a load in your fucking mouth like 3 or 4 times.
Right.
Like an old, dried up, crusty, smoky load. You fucking bitch.
Yeah. Listen, they're all going to get theirs in the end, Joe. That's the other thing. They get all worked up about everything, and it's just like we're all going to die the same
And
death.
it's all fake news.
It's all stupid.
It's all fake news.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
But the Dems are believing all the
Look at
fake
this.
news.
Oh, there he is.
There he is, the guy that...
Nice makeup job, Joe.
Yeah.
Holy shit. They kicked that shit on him
Did
now.
you fuck your retard son to look like that?
Oops.
Joe Scarborough fucks his retard son in the ass. That's my guess. He does.
When he's on visitation.
And then Mika definitely fingers his retard son's ass.
Oh, boy.
And then jerks his balls.
Right.
I'm sure of it. It's only my opinion, though. But I'm certain to the extent my opinion will allow me to go. Mika has definitely had a thumb in Joe's retard
at some point.
son's
Well, yeah.
ass.
No doubt about it.
I'm going to look this up now.
Which one?
Joe Scarborough retards.
Joe Scarborough, handicapped son, I think is what you're looking for. Your favorite Gavin Newsom did something last week, too, by the way. Did you see that?
I heard I don't know. I heard something.
He just basically did something to just allow just a flood of illegal immigrants just to continue to pour into fucking
Yeah,
California.
They don't have to go.
unabated.
He's got a wall around his fucking house.
You know it.
That slick back hair cocksucker.
Yeah.
He's gonna
into the
die
mic.
a violent death. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, he is. I just know he is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's gonna because
Like assassination violent or hit by a
it's
fucking
gonna
car
be way
violent?
more violent. Like he's gonna be tortured to death.
Really?
Yeah, because he just needs it.
By dudes wearing MAGA hats?
No.
Make America great again.
Right.
It's gonna be, and it'll be a real like ironic death. too.
Right,
Like,
something. Right, like killed by an illegal immigrant waving a fucking, well, whatever.
Maybe a Chinese whore.
This fucking guy, Bob Mueller, does he get to go home? But he lives in Washington, doesn't he? They keep saying he's going home, but I think that's where he lives.
Mueller.
Yeah. He's actually been around Washington for a real long time.
Joe
know?
Scarborough, retarded son, only gets me.
That only gets you what?
I can't find his retarded son.
I think you can't put retarded in the search bar. Just
Handicap.
put son. Joe Scarborough's son. I mean,
Why can't you put retarded in
on.
there? That's what he is.
Joe Scarborough's son. That's, yeah, there we go. So he's got a son, Joey, and a son, Andrew.
Which one's a fucking retard?
We're going to try to find out, man. Let's see. The problem is,
Probably Joey.
Yeah, I'm guessing Joey's a. I mean, people call me Joey, and I'm pretty
Joey.
fucking retarded.
he's got a fucking way too long fucking Wikipedia page, man. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, of course, because of that. Because he's
They want you to get bored reading it because he's retarded.
His son, who was born in 1991, has a slight form of autism called Asperger's. He's not retarded. He's got Asperger's.
No,
Every other kid has fucking
fucking
Asperger's.
retarded.
I think he has thumb in the Asperger's.
Yeah, right.
He's fucking Mika as much as Joe is.
Asperger's is not retardation. There's plenty of people out there with Asperger's working fucking power plant jobs and machine jobs, and
Hey, look at this.
not a lot of them are teaching or doing
Here's some good
surgery.
detective work. The police still think he's lying.
Oh, but they dropped all the charges.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I actually watched this guy last night. He was pretty funny. Old Tucker. He has severe disdain for anyone who has the letter D next to their name on TV. You know what I
He
mean?
hates him.
He has zero time for them. He tries, but that's all right. He's a lunatic, too.
Oh my God, she's so. Mika Brzezinski.
Yeah.
Look at how.
She's got cunt written all over.
No, but I mean, look at how like absent that face is of like knowledge or anything. It's just like it's
Vapid,
like
I believe, is what you're saying.
No, she's like a fucking drone.
She's just devoid
It's like
of...
if you plug the cord into the back of my head, I'll start talking.
Right. She's the dumb robot that you were talking about with Elon earlier. You know
I mean,
what I mean?
do you think Joe Scarborough shoves his cock way down into her throat where she's going, oh? But do you think her
If he
eyes
can,
still
yeah,
look,
he probably is.
do you think her eyes still look like they're like, not focused on anything?
Dead. Like
Right.
a shark.
She's a
Dead
dead-eyed whore. She really is. She's a dead-eyed whore. Joe Scarborough loves to fuck a dead-eyed whore.
Right in her mouth.
Oh. And I guarantee you, but because Joe Scarborough is such a bitch, because he's a Pensacola boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's always bragged about that. But you know what? Pensacola boys don't go to Greenwich.
Well, that's where he lives. New Canaan or some shit.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
why?
New canine.
Because
He's
she
doing a
gave him a
doggy.
pass in. So I guarantee she drips period droppings into his mouth, and he has to take it.
Oh, vey.
She pulls out the fucking spark plug, makes him suck that
Look at
fucking
this
thing
fucking
dry.
guy.
What's wrong with his head? Did he have a brain
Isn't that
operation?
Jeff Zucker from CNN?
No, that's Brian Stelter.
Oh,
Look at the scar.
they
on
all
his
look
head.
alike.
The guy, he's another insane person.
Yeah. Oh, he's the one who's saying, "Hey, just because the press lied, he's something about yeah, they lied, but that's okay. They were in the pursuit of fucking
Happiness.
something bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we're all wrong, but it doesn't really matter
Right. It's okay.
because we knew he was a dirty fuck.
Look at that broad. Looks like Return to the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, she's not a good-looking girl.
Who is that?
She's actually of Southeast Asian descent. She's like a
She looks like a
Indian
chimp.
or a Pakistani. She's not a good-looking girl.
Look at this.
She
The
has
two
like
guys
a
that beat him
rectangle
up.
face. I can't remember her name.
Those-
Rectangle face.
Those are his boys
Those
that
are
beat
three
him up.
orangutans.
Those are the,
Hey,
You know they're not thinking about how many
Rectangle
batteries they're going to
faced
get in that
US
golf
rep.
cart, huh, Chalky? That's why I can't watch this shit. Why are we talking about this shit? Don't we have anything deeper?
well, no, I mean, once in a while, listen,
current event night.
we talk about current events. That's what this show is. And once in a while, we got it.
Fucking.
Joe, we filled over an hour and a half with politics. That's fine. Once in a while, we got to do it.
Teacher pay gap
can only-
is a national failure.
Talk. What's that?
Senator Kamala Harris has a headline. Teacher pay gap is
Whose
a
family owned
national
slaves, by the
failure.
way.
Here's how to fix it. Yeah, I'm going to go to you, Kamala.
Yeah.
You fucking Negro cunt.
Yeah.
Is she a Negro?
way down the line. But her family owned slaves. It turns out that's going to come up. Believe me. She
You
won't be
slave
getting,
owning cunt.
yeah, she won't be. She won't be.
The teacher Big Gap is because of you. You.
She won't be making it to the finals. Believe me. I don't think any of those people. Oh, by the way, that was another couple articles I read this weekend, and I think your boy Taibbi might even agree with this one. And you said it, and we can't even imagine it. Hillary Clinton might get back in this. End of the summer, beginning of the fall.
Yeah, that's going to be
After
horrible.
a couple of them eat each other.
That'll be a horrible mistake.
For the Democrats, you mean?
No, for her. Because she'll go to jail then.
Oh, really? Yeah, you're saying she needs to get herself out of the spotlight.
They just had her on.
Yeah, she needs to go away.
Yeah, well. He put in 18 hours of community service. That's his public service record.
Yeah.
Interesting that they let him out. I wonder what is going on. Oh, Jesse Jackson.
The mayor's furious.
Oh. So Jesse Jackson helped get him out. Is that what's turning on?
Hey, and then they had that fucking cocksucker there that next to Jesse Jackson that
Look at whitewash of justice.
he debated Jordan Peterson, Ben fucking cocklick Negro.
I don't remember what his name is. I'll take another look. That's the other good thing about this whole digital TV shit.
All right, forward a little.
It's going right now. That
See
guy.
the guy next,
Yeah.
right next to Jackson?
Yeah.
That fucking asshole, he's a fucking scumbag cocksucker.
Is he a preacher too or a lawyer? Something? An activist? I have no
he's
idea.
horrible though.
Yeah.
He's like supposedly an intellectual professor or something, and he's just a fucking activist cunt.
Right. No better than Al Sharpton. another fucking shyster. Those guys literally extort money from people and say, give me some money or I'm going to...
Well, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, though.
Well,
Because I think when
capitalism.
when Jesse was doing it, it was probably the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, you got these plants and there's no black people working there.
Yeah, right.
And you go in and you go, guess what? You're going to fucking pay some money or we're going to just protest outside your factory.
For a while.
For like 11 or 12 weeks.
Yeah.
At slave wages.
Right.
Well, a whitewash of justice. Well, when
a fitting name.
yeah, right. They can't call it a brown wash. You know what I mean?
Michael Dyson. If you're interested, look up Michael Dyson.
Yeah.
Michael Dyson is an angry Negro.
Yeah.
And he's just absolutely bankrupt of facts. But he's really angry, so
Or morals.
if that's what turns you on. And they put him on all these fucking head-talking shows. But
Is he a senator yet?
no, he's
He's
just...
an activist.
I watched him do a debate
A lawyer.
with... It was Stephen Fry, Jordan Peterson, Michael Dyson, and Michelle Goldberg. You know who Stephen Fry is?
Not offhand, man.
He's an actor from Great Britain, but he's also an intellectual.
Okay.
And you wouldn't think one would go hand in hand, but this guy's
Why
brilliant.
not? Yeah.
And he basically told Michael Dyson that he was just basically a carnival clown pretending to be in a debate.
Right.
And he really didn't like that because he was trying to figure out a way to make... Yeah, because the British really aren't that racist.
Right.
And he was trying, except against the Muslims who keep moving in. But he was trying to find a way to, like, call him you're just a fucking honky.
Yeah,
And
right.
he couldn't come back.
He couldn't make it
Just
happen.
said he was like a fucking... it was great. I forget what he said, but he said he's basically just like a fucking fool.
Do you think Stephen Fry could hang with Alec Baldwin in a debate?
Oh, Stephen Fry would,
He would
eat.
he would eat him alive. Yeah.
Alec Baldwin doesn't have any talking points other than whatever you hear.
That's
on-
all he has is talking points.
He watches Rachel Maddow between cryings.
Right. Got to admit, he does a good Trump. Funny as fuck.
Well, yeah, he's a great
He's a
actor.
really good actor, but that's about it, Alec.
I don't dislike him.
Yeah, don't run for office anytime soon, please.
Hey, I don't even give a fuck. If Trump dies tomorrow, the world will just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, and he ripped the
He'll
lid off
figure
of it
it
for a
out.
little while. Old Mike Pence will take over for a little while. Couple years.
It all works out.
Probably not run.
I want to see Trump win again, so the people got another 4 years after this of being completely retarded.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? The Trump derangement syndrome.
They have all the people that are going to run are all these broad candidates. I don't know why they think they're going to run a girl against them.
I think.
Well, this is early on.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
How many people are running? Like 12 or something?
Yeah, there's going to be more. It'll be upwards of 18, 20.
and then they badmouth each other till the
Right.
biggest
Start
liar
beating
gets
each
to
other.
the
Yeah,
end.
they're just
and then-
starting to do
yeah,
that now.
It's
So how many times do you think Elizabeth Warren's going to be called Pocahontas by her own Democratic
She
Party?
won't be. She only by
Yes, she
him.
will.
Only by him.
Oh, they're going to
You
be
think?
calling her the fucking, missing Indian or
Oh, boy.
whatever.
Hiawatha.
What was she thinking getting into this? Somebody has her convinced.
She wasn't, you know what? She's thinking she's an entitled fucking whore.
Yeah,
She's thinking, I'm entitled because I'm just a special person.
yeah.
And you know what she is? She's a fucking lying cunt.
Yeah, that's all. And they're all lying cunts.
Yeah.
Although I don't think Bernie's a lying cunt, but he's not really cut out to be president of the United States, I don't
No.
think.
He's lacking something.
Well, if you want to go back to socialism,
Right.
which worked out real well.
Everywhere.
We
Most recently in Venezuela.
yeah, that's
It's
been,
working out.
That's a tried and true fucking failure right there.
Right.
Let's make everyone have equal outcome.
No.
I'm gonna go to bed, and then you two assholes are gonna go and work, so that I can sleep.
Right.
Wait a minute. Sounds like that's the way it is. No, but I'm serious. There's you want equalities of it. You want equal opportunity.
Not equal outcomes. All right. Well, guess what? It's dinner time.
yes.
So,
How long have we been on?
over average. We average an hour and 40 minutes here on Kinda Right, and by the time we're off, it'll be an hour and 45 plus.
Well, fuck it, you whores.
Yeah.
We're done.
We did a couple short ones, a long one, and now a perfectly average show. Hey, out there in Kinda Right land, Kinda Right at yahoo.com, Kinda Right at yahoo.com. Haven't been getting enough hate mail lately. Somebody send me some hate mail, will you? Used to love all the hate
I
mail.
will, Al.
Thank
Kind of
you.
right at.
One day they'll be Kinda Right at kindaright.com, but we don't have it. It's Kinda
We
Right at
don't.
yahoo.com.
And then
Also, tell a friend, will you? Tell a friend. We live on SoundCloud, but we can be had wherever you get a
even
podcast.
iTunes. You can get us on iTunes.
If we do have iTunes listeners, we have
I tell
Stitcher
people
listeners.
that
We have TuneIn listeners. We have Radio FM. Whatever. We got all kind of listeners.
we've had people from like a lot of different countries too.
We're huge in fucking Azerbaijan, whatever that is.
And Venezuela.
Yeah, Venezuela. We're massive.
We've had Venezuelans. We've had Ethiopians. Listen,
Damn.
Mostly during the marathon week.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know what. Maybe they were
Kenyans and
training.
Ethiopians. Yeah.
Maybe they're listening to us training, like they're in the shack or whatever they're living in, and they're fucking listening to us going, "Oh, we hate them bastards."
Now listen.
Listen to that one say Negro all the time.
All right.
We're gonna get him.
Bob